Hi, this is Kavita Suresh Kumar, and in this video I am going to demonstrate how to create and delete DocumentDB clusters in AWS using AWS CLI, that is the command line interface. Since we are going to create the DocumentDB clusters using the CLI, I have opened the terminal. First we need to authenticate with AWS, so let's do that using the AWS configure. I'm using the default region as the US East one. So we have successfully authenticated to the AWS. Now let us create the DocumentDB cluster. Okay, AWS DocDB create DB cluster. We need to give the DB cluster identifier. Okay, I am going to call it as a demo cluster. Then we need to provide the engine, which is DocDB. Then we need to provide the master username. I am going to call it as user1. Then we need to provide the master user password. So I'm going to give it as 12345. Okay. We have successfully initiated the DB cluster creation. Okay. Now let us create the DB instance. AWS DocDB create DB instance. Okay, we need to give the DB identifier. Okay, I'm going to call it as demo DB. Then we need to say the DB cluster identifier, which is going to be the demo cluster. Okay, and then we need to give the engine. Okay, so which is the DocDB. Then we need to give the DB instance class, so which I'm going to give it as DB T3 medium. Okay, so we have successfully initiated the demo DB instance creation as well. So let's go and review that in the UI. I have logged into my AWS account. Click Amazon DocDB. Okay, so we could see that our DB cluster has been created, but the demo DB is getting created. So let's wait for the creation to complete. The database has been successfully created. Now let us see how to delete the DB as well as delete the cluster. Okay, AWS DocDB. Okay, delete DB instance. First we need to delete the instance. Okay, and then we need to give the DB instance identifier, so which is the demo DB here. So we have successfully initiated the instance deletion. So it says deleting. Okay. Now let us initiate the cluster deletion as well, right? AWS DocDB delete DB cluster. Okay, so we need to provide the DB cluster identifier, okay, which is the demo cluster in our case. Okay, and then we need to specify skip final snapshot. Okay, so we have initiated the cluster deletion as well. Okay, okay, let's go and review that in the UI. Okay, so we could see both the deletion of the cluster and the instance has been triggered. It is going to take few minutes. In this demo, we have seen how to create and delete DocumentDB cluster and instances in AWS using AWS CLI. If you like this demo, please do like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching the demo.